Well, I think it's a very incredible moment for the Royal Gibraltar Police, but it is a very proud moment for Gibraltar because it's the first time that the Royal Gibraltar Police has been recognised really by the state of Spain in some of very good collaborative policing work that we've done with the Guardia Civil. So I'm extremely pleased for our officers that received it, but obviously for the Royal Gibraltar Police and Gibraltar.
Well, you mentioned the historical context, but what about the political context of this? How significant is this recognition?
Well, it's very significant because, the whole event was presided by the Director General of the Guardia Civil, the Colonel of the Guardia Civil, who is very good friends of us, had some very good words for the Royal Gibraltar Police and for policing. So these are very significant, a very significant stance on the part of law enforcement, and I think in the political context of Spain and Gibraltar.
And these awards were signed off by the Spanish Interior Ministry, no less.
Correct, and therefore that's why it has such great significance. Again, I can't reiterate how important it is for our police officers that received it because of the sterling work they did to fight crime. But for the Royal Gibraltar Police as an organisation to have been considered by the Guardia Civil, and I'm really indebted to the Colonel of the Guardia Civil, who has been an extremely fantastic ambassador to support us in fighting crime in this area.
I must ask you that despite the political tensions between the countries, there has always been a close collaboration between the RGP and the Guardia Civil. Do you think that this now could take it on to another level?
Oh, absolutely. You've quite rightly said, there's always been an excellent policing relationship between the Guardia Civil and the Policia Nacional, and what we hope to do is to build upon this, because it's very important that relationships are built upon to ensure that we fight crime, cross-border crime, which exists.
Can you just tell us about the ceremony itself, because you were actually there with your officers? It was quite substantial, wasn't it?
It was held in a public area in Tarifa. The public were there, and I think even when our police officers went up to receive their medals, you could hear the commentary of people just being very grateful for the fact that this has actually happened. So I think an element of surprise, but I think everyone's seeing a very good future ahead of us.
Would you say it was a warm welcome, or were there a few raised eyebrows too?
Not at all. A very warm welcome. People were happy to see us there, and we were welcomed with open arms. So it was a very proud day for us, really was.
Miembros de la Policía de Gibraltar, Inspector Jefe de la Policía de Gibraltar, Don Perera, Inspector de la Policía de Gibraltar, Don Goldwin.
Proud moment, to say the least, for both of us, not only for Inspector Goldwin and myself, but for the whole organisation itself and Gibraltar as a whole. It's a great recognition of our commitment to fighting international drug trafficking, not only fighting organised crime groups within Gibraltar, but just internationally across all borders. We've been working, the RGP works very closely with the Spanish law enforcement, and it's really on a daily basis. We've got very good working practices with them. There's permanent collaborative working between ourselves, and of course such an award of such a nature was very well received by both myself and my colleague DI Craig Goldwin. The operation we are talking about specifically is Operation Perera. This all started back in 2019. We were approached by a specialist unit formed by the Guardia Civil called Ullger, and basically they were formed just to deal with the organised crime groups in the neighbouring region. Of course, there's links to Gibraltar. We started working very close with each other. It was a question of sharing information, carrying out some simultaneous operations both sides of our jurisdictions of our border, and it resulted in huge results. And the first operation we did with them, it involved over 600 Guardia Civil officers. It involved a huge contingency from Gibraltar as well, and it was over 100 arrests being made. Numerous assets from money laundering and process of crimes were also seized. So it's very, very successful indeed.
So how will you celebrate your award?
I think we celebrate within the whole organisation really. It's something very proud for us and for Gibraltar, as I said, as a whole. So it's very, very well received and really glad for it.